Hello, my darling. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Aquarius, I'm going to be doing your January 21 love reading for you. Before I start, I hope you had a very happy Christmas and New Year, and wherever you are now in the world, you are safe. These readings, although they're date recorded, are timeless, so they are for whenever you're meant to see the messages, and you'll always be guided by spirit to see the messages at exactly the right time for you. And if it resonates, you'll know it's that time. If it does, please do comment, like, share, subscribe. If it doesn't resonate, it simply means that the reading wasn't for you at this time. It was for somebody else who most needed to hear these messages. So I'm going to be using my new Angel Wisdom Tarot deck for the main part of this reading, and then I'm going to finish off with my energy oracle cards for you, my darling. So first of all, we're going to be seeing what spirit wants you to know about your person that you're thinking about. Now, this could be somebody that you haven't met yet that's coming into your life, but you're manifesting them, you're wishing for them, or it could be somebody who's in your life or who has been in your life but is no longer. So let's see what spirit wants you to know, my darling, for Aquarius. Thank you, spirit. Well, that flew out there. Okay, so you've got the transformation card. This is the death card. So this is a wonderful card to start with. And on the bottom of the deck, we've also got the Chariot. So things are beginning to happen very, very quickly. Your person has gone through a big ending. It has had some form of divine intervention. The divine steps in when we become so conditioned with ways of thinking and doing things, patterns of behavior that we don't realize that we're doing. And these can go back to childhood, things that happened to us or things that people said. We're all conditioned to a certain extent by what people tell us, by what society tells us, by what we tell ourselves. And so the divine steps in, and it's called divine intervention. And it's because I call it kind of like a big slap around the face from the universe. We get little slaps our entire life, and then we get bigger slaps. And then when we don't, I had a divine intervention in my life, and that caused me to wake up. And this was my spiritual awakening. It was my transformation. So I now look back on it as a real blessing, something that was extraordinary that happened. So this card is basically talking about a significant life experience that your person that's gone through, which has required them to almost force them to change. And we always have free will, but it's that where everything's sort of out of control, and whether they were somebody who very much liked to be in control before and now they're not. But it's generally a very sort of unexpected thing that happens. But that tower, which are the conditioned behaviors, has to come down in order for the new foundation to be built. And that's which is so beautiful. So they have gone through something which has released old belief systems, old behavior patterns, and now you've got this chariot coming in, this fast forward movement that's happening, and so things are, as I said, are going to be happening very fast for you. And underneath that, I saw the Eight of Wands. So they've gone through a transformation, and that's wonderful. And I think this journey, sorry, I just want to go back to this card here. Do you see the little sand eyeglass things? Sand glass timer thing. I can't remember what it's called. That sand is almost at all of it at the bottom. So this has been a while. This has been a process in the making. So now let's see what their feelings are towards you, my darling. Thank you, Spirit. I want it to come out, but I just want to, thank you, Spirit. One card, please. Feelings towards Aquarius. Thank you. There we go. So you've got the Justice card. They want whatever's happened. They want whatever with you to be fair, to be right, to be proper, to be good, to be balanced. They want to be fair on everybody involved. If there's somebody else involved in this, they want to be fair with all sides of all parties of this, all sides of the situation. And the Justice card appearing also said this is going to go in your favor as well. So they do want this to be right. They are sitting there as the King of Swords at the moment. And so that is, I want to put my glasses on for this because there's lots of lovely new imagery in this card. And I just want to show you there as well. So swords can represent conflict within us. and they also represent truth and clarity. And the way they're sitting here at the moment is there is a great, it's almost like they're burdened by what has happened. And of course, it's, you know, when we go through these uncomfortable periods of our life is when we're at our most transformative. So as I said, this is the most transformative place that they are in their life. They are receiving advice from people. They are trying to remain objective and fair-minded, and that's why the Justice card appeared for you. And they want to be able to communicate clearly, but at the moment in time, they're still in this transformative stage, and a lot of inner work's going on behind the scenes, underneath, that they may not be aware of, because these periods, as I said, are brought in by the divine to force us to go through a shift. You know, every relationship we have is for the evolution of our soul, and experiences, we don't learn from experiences, we learn from reflecting on those experiences, and they are reflecting on those experiences, and they are receiving clarity. They're not holding that sword there. They're not necessarily ready to speak their truth, but they are aware of it, and it is causing them, and but they're on that pedestal there as well. So they are very much either in the public eye, they're public speakers, they command attention when they speak. Okay, and it's also the king. The king is about being. Pages are transitional times, messages. Knights are about movement, and kings and queens are about being. And they're in a place at the moment. This is a period of growth. It's a period of change. So give them all the time and space that they need. So now let's see what are and it's not. You know, they're a place of reflecting at the moment. You know, these are their feelings for you. They want whatever decision they're making at the moment. They want it to be really fair. What should you focus on at the moment for Spirit? What does Spirit want you to focus on? How can you help this situation? Thank you, Spirit. How can you help the situation? And I saw the Page of Pentacles there. Thank you, Spirit. Saw the Fool, just taking that leap of faith. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So look what's come out. So you've got the Knight of Wands and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever you're doing, okay, this is the Knight of Wands. So this is you. Do you see the little, is it the, what do you call those flowers there where you blow, you blow your wishes on the wind, but you haven't yet blown that wishes on the wind there. What are they called? I can't remember, but you blow them and you send them off. So this is about your manifestations. The Knight of Wands, again, is a very fast moving knight. Wands represent your passions and your desires and your creativities, and you're heading here towards the wheel that also came out. So the wheel is saying that everything's happening in your favor, but I want to talk more about that wheel in a second. But you're very passionate, you're very confident, you're very charismatic, you're restless about this situation, and what Spirit is saying is they know the journey's been hard because they, you know, the Knight of Wands is on sand, and sand tends to represent, you know, that journey across the desert. You felt parched, a lack of, a thirst, you know, whatever you're yearning for at the moment. Spirit is saying slow down. There is a new cycle coming in for you. Do you see the moon there? And you're guided by Spirit there. Send your wishes out on the wind, blow them out on the wind. It doesn't matter how and when things happen. Just understand that once you've sent those out, you manifest consciously or subconsciously all the time. Once you've sent those wishes out on the wind and saying thank you for it happening, it starts to happen. You may not see it for a while. It'll always happen in divine timing for you, but you're manifesting. You can consciously manifest. Stay focused. You know, the King of Wands talks, King of Wands, maybe there's the King of Wands as well. And there's the King of Wands, I don't believe it. There's the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, it talks about a very passionate relationship. There is a huge amount of love here. There's a huge amount of I'm saying loyalty as well. There's a huge amount that because of this Justice card and this transformation, something big has happened here, which regarding you and them. Okay, and I don't know if there's anybody else involved, but this is a very, very passionate relationship. Don't worry about you're on a journey, and you have send out what you're visualize what you're wanting, send it out there, say thank you for it appearing at the right time. As above, down below. It's already happened, you haven't seen it yet. You've got the wheel here. This is a wonderful card to come out here. And the wheel, I always talk about not sticking a spoke in the wheel. You know, we when we send out our manifestations, as I say, get out of the way of it. Get out of the way of when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen. And if you don't know the person who it's going to happen, just get out of the way of it. Allow the universe to deliver it to you through that path of least resistance. And one of the things about the wheel, you know, tarot is the path of life. And if you switch it around, it's rota, it's the wheel, it's the zodiac signs as well. The wheel will always turn. Okay, when it appears in a reading, it says everything's going in your favor. If you stick a spoke in it, it stops it. So that's about trying to control a lot of things that happen when you, and we all act out of fear and love. So whenever you're doing something, think, am I doing this from a fear space, an anxiety space, or am I doing this from a love space? So when you're doing it from the love space, when you're doing it because there are no expectations, when you know it's the right thing to do, that's when you feel that sense of, that feels good, that's a relieved space. And that is your life path. That is what your soul is guiding you to do. When you come into that place where you can observe your life and understand everything's happening in the right time for you, everything's always happening for you, always, my darling. And even if it's uncomfortable, like this transformation that your person is going through, it's happening for them, for their greatest good, because the universe, the divine God, knows what is coming up for them, and they have to go through the shift in order to get there, just like you have had to do as well. And so with the wheel, imagine the wheel, if you hang on the outside of that wheel, it's going to be really uncomfortable. You're going to go whizzing up and down and have lots of sort of up and down emotions. But if you remain centered in yourself and observe what's happening from the central point of that wheel, you don't get affected so much by what's happening, because you can stand up back and observe and think, well, why is this happening for me if it's uncomfortable? Oh, and how lovely this has happened for me, and it's a surprise and delight. The wheel talks about the end of delays, that things that have sort of maybe stopped this relationship, this person, whatever's happening with you from moving forward. It's a fresh new start for you. It's sudden or unexpected progress. So don't get in the way of it. Let this happen for you. It's a very positive change in your life. So let's have a look now at what's the sort of outcome, not really outcome, but where's this relationship going? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Where's this relationship going for Aquarius? Thank you. There we are. And look at this, you've got the release card, which is the death card. So you've got some major cards here, the transformation, justice, the wheel, and now you've got this. And this is a beautiful death card. So nothing stops the death card. This is why the wheel has appeared in your reading. This is sudden, unexpected movement from where there's been a stillness for a while. And the transformation means that there is an end here to old ways of thinking, old belief system, old conditioned behaviors, repetitive patterns that either you or your person or both of you have had in the past, but that's all changed now. This is that transformation card is a card of great healing, and great hope as well. And the death card, nothing stops the death card. And the death card, when you release those old ways of behaving, when you release those old patterns and behavior, you have to experience the feelings that you have with that. So whatever's happening here, with your person, they're having to go through the experience of an ending of something. And maybe that's what's connected with this transformation card. They have to move through it at their pace. You can't heal another. Only another can heal themselves. And they can have help because people can trigger them to help heal themselves. But they have to do it at their pace. And people only shift and change when they experience feelings, when they shift those, go through those feelings, and they feel those feelings and they don't block them out. They're not being allowed to block these feelings at the moment with this transformation in the death card. And there's so much to learn on this journey. And as I said, we're at our most transformative when things are most uncomfortable. But they are, with this release, they are facing these fears now. They're beginning to face these fears, beginning to move forward. It's a spiritual evolution. It's a wonderful transformation. And to have two that are very similar. And it's an ending. You know, the death card is the down comes the tower in the death card. These are the towers in the background. Again, the conditioned behaviors. The towers have to come down in order for a new foundation to be built. So this release card is talking about endings leading to wonderful new beginnings. And it's a spiritual transformation. So that is absolutely beautiful. So you just keep focusing on what you love to do. You keep focusing on you. You let that wheel turn. Keep saying thank you every day. You know, as we're stepping into this new year, thank the universe for every new experience it's going to bring you, for every new lesson, for every surprise and delight, for everything that's going to happen for you, not to you, for that spiritual, mental and emotional evolution that you're going to be going through, and that we always go through on this path of life. You know, this is what the tarot is, the path of life. But you've got this wonderful new beginning coming in for you. I'm going to pull you some of my energy oracle cards to see what else Spirit has to say for you. Thank you for Aquarius. What would you like them to know? What other messages would you like them to know? So you've got a woman holding a coin here. So this is in regard to something that you love to do. And this woman holding the coin, there's an opportunity here. Now, this could be a same-sex relationship and somebody's coming in offering you, let's talk about this first of all. So either it's somebody coming in offering you a solid offer, okay? So if you're a man watching this reading, it's a woman coming in offering you a solid offer. If you're in a same-sex relationship, this is a woman coming in offering you that same solid offer. If you are a woman with a relationship with a man or wishing to be in a relationship with a man, this is somebody coming in offering you some realization of ideas, support, and it could be the same for the other situations as well. But somebody coming in offering support, somebody coming in helping you give realization on things, but also it could be something to do with things that you're passionate about and opportunities that are going to come up for you. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that, because this is in connection with, you know, what else do they want to say? Goddess of the moon. There we go. So be on the lookout. The goddess of the moon. You are so in touch with your intuitive side. You have your psychic abilities are really blossoming now. You have, you know, the moon represents that intuition, the power of going within. You're very much in touch with it. You may be having a lot of dreams, a lot of visions about things as well. You are receiving insights at this time, and all sorts of insights that can range from, you know, kind of small insights to big aha moments about things. And now is the perfect time for you to go into that receiving mode and to say thank you to Spirit. Thank you to the universe for whatever they're bringing in for you. One last card, please. Thank you, Spirit. Happy family. So this is beautiful. The Four of, well, I see this, I don't know why I was going to say that, but the Four of Wands. So this is like the Four of Wands card, the happy family card. COVID, this period of lockdown has had a huge change for you. It's been a blessing for you as well in terms of the time you've spent alone, that what has happened in your life. Despite everything that's happened that's negative about COVID, there's been some very positive things that have happened here for you. This this family card talks about closeness of friends, family, soul family, that caring connection. It talks about the sort of the joy and the celebration of it as well. It talks about as well that, you know, when you have connections such as that, it's so important we laugh a lot. You know, laughing is one of the extraordinary ways of being in our vortex. And so, you know, never underestimate the value of friends and family that you have already, and what that connection that you have with them. And it also talks about that this is a relationship, whoever this is that you're looking at, who's going through this transformation release, this is a relationship, a new relationship, or a relationship that's starting, a potential with someone who already has children, or you may have children, but there is very much a celebration coming up for you. So I hope that helped you, my darling. That was a very powerful reading. You know, transformation, justice, release, the wheel. You've had some very big messages tonight, so there's an awful lot to absorb for you. But, you know, the outcome, you know, where this relationship is going is this happy family, and that's beautiful. And thank you. One last message from Spirit. Allow whatever emotions you're feeling, like these waves. Just understand that things come in waves and they leave in waves. So if you're feeling a lot of intensive emotions about things, know that this too shall pass. You've also gone on a journey, and you know this because you are so incredibly connected, this goddess of the moon card, and you're very guided by the cycles of the moon. So I don't know if you want to look up a little bit more about that. And I'm getting numbers as well for you. Do keep an eye out for numbers, because they're very much spiritual messages for you. So Aquarius, I hope again that resonated with whoever came to see this reading. I'm going to be doing your mid-monthlies in the next few days. So I look forward to doing the next reading for you. But in the meantime, stay safe and take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.